Joshua chapter 24, verse 14 and 15. Now therefore fear the Lord, and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Right before I get started, as always, want to give all praise to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful members of the elect scattered throughout the four winds of the earth that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine being pushed primarily by the men of Great Millstone, beginning with the apostles and elders, all right, and those that teach the likewise doctrine, all right. Now, this video here is basically like my, I would say, my thoughts on what's going on in the spirit. I don't know if that's someone to title it, but, these past couple of days I've been, listening to the apostles' videos going into the history of, how we believe King Mashaz, King David, High Priest Ariah, Elder Yaiquab, Abba, all right, Abba Bivens, which was Elijah the prophet, who was sent to restore all things, okay? When listening to that, the apostles, the different brothers' videos, and as well as the opposition that's coming against what we're teaching, what we believe through faith. The brothers that had, Apostle Gabar did a video on the second of two brothers, one brother in Italy and another brother, I believe he's in the New York camp, having dreams about Bishop Nathaniel of the IUIC. And, it's just a lot going on in the spirit. Heavy things in the spirit right now. And I believe that, through the spirit, that the Most High is laying everything out because he's getting ready to bring judgment. Society changing type judgment. And having everything put out there. This is why I read Joshua 24, 14 and 15. All right. But as the main point, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Okay. And that's where we at with it. Vocab bringing out the book with some of Abba Bivens' writings in it. If not all of it was his, but you can definitely see that he had his writings in that book, whether he was being interviewed or whether he wrote it. But he definitely, left his spirit on that book. And a lot of those things that he left in that book, we teach to this day. Then you had the whole sex on the Sabbath, something that, as an Israelite, and you know that the Sabbath is holy unto the Most High, that's something you should know, that sex is not an option on the Sabbath. But you have Israelites out there teaching that, endorsing that. And of course, if they're teaching it, their congregation are doing it. So they're treating the Sabbath like a honeymoon, when it's supposed to be a holy convocation unto the Lord. Okay. And so I believe the Lord is truly sealing up the breaches. Let's get that in the book of Amos. Okay. He's sealing up the breaches of the house of David, man. Okay. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 11. It says, "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof." And right now, the breaches are being closed through doctrine. All right? Through doctrine. The Most High, that's why I believe through the Spirit, this is why he has all this drama being stirred up. Okay? And this has always happened amongst our people. And I'm going to read that account. All right? From when we were established as a people, the Most High always, like the example I'm going to read was with Moses, Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. All right. But let me finish this. Amos 9:11. "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old." Now I want to look up this word breach. Okay. The Hebrew word for breaches is paratazah. All right. Which means breach, gap, bursting forth, outburst, breach, broken wall, outburst. All right. A break, breach, breaking forth, a gap. All right. So the Lord is getting ready to seal up these gaps. All right. And cause all those who were outside of the house of David not be able to get in the way. And it's not like it's a physical place. This is the your mind. And the Lord is using doctrine to separate who's of the elect and who's not. Okay. It says rupture, breach of a wall. Okay. Down here it says a metaphor taken from besiegers who rush into a city through breaches in the wall in great numbers and with great violence. And that's what you have today. You have all these Israelites. They finding out they Israelites and they just running head first. I'm an Israelite. I'm here, but not really understanding what they're involved in. Not really understanding. All right. The mind of the Most High, when the Most High has the understanding out there. All right. He has one true doctrine, which us here at Great Millstone push, beginning with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the bishops, all right, the different camp leaders throughout Babylon and throughout the entire earth. All right. There's one doctrine he's dealing with. And then you have the brothers that teach the likewise doctrine as Great Millstone. All right. But then you have a bunch of other Israelites that, they teach that you Israel, but they, like I mentioned, you got a lot of these groups talking about sex on the Sabbath. You got groups still not teaching the MOTB as a chip. So there's breaches within the doctrine. there's breaches of people that, like it says, they're running. They find out they're Israelites and they running headlong to with the knowledge, but not knowing what it is that they are truly involved in. Like you got this guy, I believe his channel is Kingdom of Heaven or Kingdom of Israel or something like that. And he got a problem with King David, who we call King David, who we believe is King David, which is King Mashah, which is back in the spirit world through the stories and the testimonies from our elders and apostles of him. He's trying to cancel him out as being king because he's back in the spirit world. Which clearly, he doesn't understand the power and the magnitude of the Most High. All right. And so going back to my point, I don't want to lose track of my point, but we are in that time to where the Lord is drawing a spiritual line in the sand. All right. And this is what I'm talking about when we read here, Numbers, the 16th chapter. Okay. Now I'm going to read. I don't think I'm going to have to read it all, but I'm going to read here, to, show that the Most High made a separation even back then. All right. He made a separation when King David was getting ready to go back to the spirit world. His sons, mainly Absalom, all right, they was fighting over the throne. All right. There was a separation. Okay. And once the separation happened and Solomon was named king of Israel, first thing he did was carry out a hit list his father put out. Okay. Meaning judgments. Okay. So that's what's getting ready to happen in our time, but on the grandest scale. All right. And this will be the last time. So the Most High is going to make it very animated and very noticeable. It ain't going to be nothing that's quiet. And we just find out about it. No, the Most High is getting ready to bring the shaft through Israel, as it is written, and began at my sanctuary. Okay? Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Okay? Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 6. It says, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and these men are being marked as the days go on. All right. You have men that are marked, and you have men and women that are being marked to be exempt from the judgment that's getting ready to come. Because when you read the 8th chapter of the book of Ezekiel, the Most High was showing Ezekiel why he was getting ready to do what he was about to do to Israel, because of all their wickedness. And you can liken that to this time. All right. This is why sex on the Sabbath was a topic of discussion, where we had to go into it and look up words for you, the different brothers that did videos on it to show you that you're not supposed to be having sex on the Sabbath. And the Most High brought that because the Most High sees everything. All right. He sees everything. And this is why he's getting ready to bring this judgment, just like he did in the time of Ezekiel. When you read the 8th chapter, all right, he was showing Ezekiel why he was getting ready to do what he did. All right. And like I said, the Most High is doing the same thing now. He's showing us why he's getting ready to bring this judgment, and he's forcing Jake to either get with the program or keep being how you're being. So when the shaft comes through, there will be no excuses. Okay? There will be no excuses. It says, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. All right? Which are the Israelites. Those that know that they're Israelites. The Lord gonna deal with those that know first. Okay? As it is written, for I feared thee because thou art an austere man, and that thou I gotta get that now and then come back to this. Luke 19:21. For I fear thee because thou art an austere man, thou takest up that thou laidest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. And he said unto him, out of thine own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knewest that I was an austere man, taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Okay? So everybody's claiming that they fear the Most High, fear the Lord. All right? But their actions are showing otherwise. But the Most High is merciful. This is why he's having these topics being brought up before he brings the shaft through, the judgment. All right? It says, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and began in my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men who were before the house. All right? So the Lord is going to start with Jake first, man. That no. Okay, now let's go back to Numbers 16 and verse 1. And this is the an account of the Most High having Israel choose. All right, choose a side. In this case, choose who you think the Most High is dealing with. In number 16. And in this case, in 2022, year of the turn up, the Most High is having it to where you have to choose a group of the alphabet groups of the Israelites in this thing of ours. All right. The Most High is saying choose who you following. All right. So this is number 16 and 1. Now Korah, the son of Izar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and On, the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men, and they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy. All right. And that's what they say. Great millstones say they have 100% truth. Nobody has 100% truth, amongst other things. All right. It says, wherefore then lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord. And this is what they're asking. All right. How y'all gonna lift yourself and say y'all have 100% truth? Nobody has 100%. You know, the things that they say. Okay. It says, and when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face. Now, mind you, this is King David. Okay. Before he was David. Okay. And he spake unto Korah and unto all his company, saying, even tomorrow the Lord will shew who are his, and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him. Even whom he hath chosen will he cause to come near unto him. And the way that that's happening now is that the Lord is having doctrines being checked. The Lord has the apostles going into the history on how One West came about, how the splits happened, the whole nine. The Most High is doing that right now in the spirit, man. All right, to separate his chosen from the frauds, and some of his chosen are among these groups that teach wayward doctrine. Okay. Now it says again. It says, well, I read 5. Matter of fact, I'm going to read 5 again. And he spake unto Korah and unto all his company, saying, even tomorrow the Lord will shew who are his, and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him. Even him whom he hath chosen will he cause to come near unto him. All right. And like I said, that's happening now through the doctrine. Okay. This do, take you censers, Korah, and all his company, and put fire therein, and put incense in them before the Lord tomorrow. And it shall be that the man whom the Lord doth choose, he shall be holy. Ye take too much upon you, ye sons of Levi. And Moses said unto Korah, hear, I pray you, ye sons of Levi. Seemeth it but a small thing unto you that the power of Israel have separated you from the congregation of Israel, to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them. And he hath brought thee near to him, and all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, with thee. And seek ye the priesthood also? For which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Lord. And what is Aaron? That ye murmur against him. Okay, you see that they had a problem with Moses and Aaron being them who the Most High chose to deal with. All right. Verse 12. And Moses sent to call Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, which said, we will not come up. Is it a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of the land that floweth with milk and honey, to kill us in the wilderness, except thou make thyself altogether a prince over us? Moreover, thou hast not brought us into a land that floweth with milk and honey, or given us inheritance of the fields and vineyards. Wilt thou put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up. And Moses was very wroth, and said unto the Lord, all right, this is King David. All right, King Mashah right here. Respect not thou their offering. I have not taken one ass from them, neither have I hurt one of them. And Moses said unto Korah, be thou and all thy company before the Lord, thou and they and Aaron tomorrow. And take every man his censer, and put incense in them. And bring ye therefore the Lord every man his censer, 250 censers, thou also, and Aaron, each of you his censer. And they took every man his censer, and put fire in them, and laid incense thereon, and stood in the door of the tabernacle of the congregation with Moses and Aaron. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the congregation. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying, separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. And that's what's getting ready to happen. Okay. The Lord is making a great separation of those whom he has chosen and those who are here frauds. All right. And he's going to consume them. Okay. And he's doing that by way of the doctrine. All right. And they fell upon their faces and said, O power, the power of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin, and wilt thou be wroth with all the congregation? And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the congregation, saying, get you up from about the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. All right. So he basically telling Moses, look, you go tell them. It's either you get from around these dudes or you going to perish with them. All right. And Moses rose up and went unto Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed him. And he spake unto the congregation, saying, Depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men, and touch nothing of theirs, lest ye be consumed in all their sins. And that's in essence what's happening right now. Okay? So they got up from the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram on every side, and Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents, and their wives, and their sons, and their little children. This is finna be some of the nastiness of the scriptures. This is the power we're dealing with. The Most High is not a power to play with. Okay? And Moses said, Hereby ye shall know that the Lord hath sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of mine own mind. If these men die the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord have not sent me. But if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth and swallow them up, with all that appertain unto them, and they go down quick into the pit, then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord. All right. And this is why the Most High he has everybody on the edge of their seat right now, because he's getting ready to bring some judgment. All right. It says, and it came to pass, as he had made an end of speaking these words, that the ground clave asunder that was under them, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up, and their houses, and all the men that appertain unto Korah, and all their goods. So everybody that stuck with them, not just the leaders of them, but anybody that followed them. Okay. Verse 33. They and all that appertained to them went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed upon them, and they perished from among the congregation. And all Israel that were round about them fled at the cry of them, for they said, lest the earth swallow us up also. Okay. So basically, when the Lord brought that judgment, okay, it made Israel stand up straight and realize whom the Most High was dealing with. Now, there's another account in the book of Numbers dealing with Aaron, Miriam, and Moses, where the Most High actually came down in the chariot, and he said, Moses, my servant, he is who I will talk face to face, and he's who I'm dealing with, basically what he said. And when he departed, he left Miriam leprous, all right, to where she had to stand away. She had to be away from the congregation for 7 days in the wilderness by herself. So the Most High has plenty of examples of separation. And that separation comes because men think that the Most High is dealing with them when he's not. And they cause this strife. They cause this contention up until the point the Most High is fed up. Okay, cool. Let's do it. And this is what we just read, man. The Most High told Moses what to go tell those that was following Korah, Abiram, and Dathan. All right. And said, separate from them, lest she be consumed with them. So through the Spirit, I believe that's why all this is happening right now. The Lord is getting ready to do something. All right. And when he do it, it ain't gonna be a doubt in any Israelite's mind that the Most High came through and made whatever he's gonna make happen, because he's done it time in and time out throughout our history when you read. This is just one account of it. All right. This is just one account of the Lord separating the wicked Israelites from the righteous, the fearful Israelites from those that are unfearful. All right. The faithless Israelites from those that are with faith. And I believe we at the time in this society, the year of the turn up, all right, the year Yahweh Shem Yahushai turns up, to where the Lord is getting ready to make that great separation again. And all we can do is hope and pray, all right, for the mercy, all right? But the Lord is definitely going to make a separation out here, man. And it's going to come through judgment, okay? It's going to come through judgment. And the Lord is using the correct doctrine as the measuring stick. So call halal Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Lord will, this was edifying to the hopeful elect. And it's on to the next video. Shalom.